In today's video, I built a mansion that I will now use as my base. I also built a second house that holds an XP farm using mob spawners as well as a redstone farm using the sifting mod. And with that being said, welcome to episode 5 of the create mod. So to start off today's video, I actually wanted to continue from last episode, which is going to be decorating this little area. So right now what I'm building is a little mechanical press that presses down 5 items at a time rather than one, which makes things a whole lot quicker. And now that it's working, this is actually looking pretty cool and it's actually very satisfying. So now let's add in a mechanical mixer, that way we can actually create our own andesite alloy. My god, that is so satisfying. Oh, that is so satisfying. Alright, anyways, let's decorate this place now. And there you guys go, we have fully decorated this area, and I'm gonna go ahead and test this by putting in a stack of copper really quickly. Alright, so we'll just put 2 stacks of copper, and we can walk over here and actually watch it get pressed, and it should go into this barrel, which it does. That is perfect. We also have this staircase up here which actually leads up to the sand quartz and clay farm that I built last episode. Go check it out, by the way, if you haven't. And while you guys are checking out that other video, you should go ahead and subscribe. It's completely free, and also follow my Twitch, link down in the description. And I gotta tell you guys something, I have some bad news depending on how you look at it. So previously episode 1 through 4 were actually recorded on a server with my friend Alex. Now unfortunately that server did not want to cooperate with me anymore. I could not actually join the server, but instead what I did is actually turn the server into a single player world. So that is why I no longer have my skin anymore, and also Alex won't be a part of these videos anymore, which if you look, I mean, hey, if you're looking at it at the bad view, that's, yeah, sure, he's not a part of the videos, but also he can't fuck around with me anymore, so I'm gonna get a lot more work done. So as you guys can see, I have like no redstone nor polished electron tubes, which means we're gonna have to make a redstone farm. So how do we get redstone? To get redstone, we're gonna have to sift down sand using a brass mesh. We do get all of this other stuff, which is a very good byproduct, to be honest. I think we could just go ahead and start this thing then. And boom, just like that, we have everything we actually need for this build. I totally just edged you guys because I got all the materials, and we're not even going to build this right now because I did forget one thing, and it was very important. I forgot I don't have the schematic. So because I actually don't have the schematic, we're going to take a break from that project and actually start something new. You see that house over there? Yeah, I don't like it. So we're just going to build a new one. It's not even built right. Like if you come on the inside, it's just a big open space and a bunch of mess everywhere. So I think we're gonna build the house over here in this area because I don't know if I told you guys, but I am starting to experience a whole bunch of lag, which means that we're going to have to start spacing out our projects a little bit more. And I have an idea of how we want this. So first of all, we gotta cut down these trees. All right, so cue the time lapse, I guess. Now that we have this plot of land cleared, we can actually start the building, which, by the way, I'm going to be freestyling, so hopefully it doesn't turn out too bad. It has been over 2 hours since I started building my house, and I think it's safe to say that it is actually done. So if we just hop over here, we can get a little peek at it. And boom, there it is. Took me over 2 hours, but I think it was well worth it. This is where I'm going to be living from now on. Actually, I think this looks really nice, by the way. I'll go ahead and give you guys a tour really quickly. So as soon as you guys enter, you can see my storage over here. You come up here and we are also going to have a precision maker contraption, whatever you want to call it. We need a lot of rotation speed controllers, and for that you need precision mechanisms, and these are kind of a whole process, but they are super useful. Then you come over here and we have this little setup. Right here is where the kitchen is going to be. I don't have the materials right now because I just added Farmer's Delight literally like 10 minutes ago. So I want to get a jump on that, maybe this episode, maybe later in this episode, or in the next episode. Also have these little decorative barrels which are going to hold a couple of food for us. Come in here and this is actually my bedroom / work area. This is where we're going to have like our workbenches, tinker tables, stuff like that. And then we can just come upstairs. We're up here really quickly. Right now it is completely empty besides these windows, which actually you do have a pretty good view if you have your render distance turned up. And then you come up here. Right now this is filled with nothing, but I think I can fit a farm in here. Also back here, this is open right now because I do want to have a bunch of farms back here for like the Farmer's Delight mod. I want to have like a tomato farm, wheat farm, carrot farm, potato farm, all that stuff. Also for future reference, don't look at the back of the build. It's not great. Alright, so it is actually the next day and I actually managed to get on a call with Alex and he did get me the schematic, so I guess we can just go ahead and start the redstone farm. So the house is actually done and I think it's time we actually start the rest of the farm. Now I am going to do this over voice recordings because my audio did in fact mess up. It is a little bit buggy, so yeah, you're gonna have to be stuck with me. So as you guys saw, I just went ahead and placed the water, which obviously means I am making a cobblestone generator, and yep, there's the lava. So now I'm adding the crushing wheels, which the cobblestone is going to be crushed into gravel, and then it's going to be crushed again into sand, which I've obviously been through in the last episode. And actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I've explained to you guys how I'm gonna get redstone. So basically there's a create add-on called create sifting, which allows you to sift down, you guessed it, sand. So you can just sift down sand. You can get redstone, you can get bone meal, blaze powder, and I believe glowstone, which is super useful, by the way. You also get experience, so that is what I'm currently setting up. So to connect this up, we should just be able to put the drawer controller right there and a smart chute right here. We have redstone, bone meal, XP, glowstone, and blaze powder. Perfect. And whenever these fill up, we can put some upgrade stacks, and they'll also go into some other empty drawers. Alright, so now that that is out of the way, I did make this little boxy room over here, which is going to be a mob spawner, obviously. If you guys didn't know, in the create mod, you can actually move and transport different mob spawners using some cart contraptions and some glue and a wrench, and you can just move them super easily like that. So I guess right now we could just finish this room and go get the spawners, which I conveniently wrote down on this clipboard. Alright, so now that we have the spawners in, we actually need to come up with a way to funnel them and also, you know, ending their lives. And I think water should be just fine because it doesn't lag our game as much as mechanical belts would. And for the killing chamber, I think we could just use a deployer on the attack mode. Now all that's left to do is actually going to be decorating this place. I finished decorating this, and if it works, we should start hearing mobs starting to get the hurt. And he is not getting the hurt. Let's fix it. Holy... Everything seems to be working. We have the storage hooked up underneath so that whenever the mobs die, we actually pick up the loot. And because the mobs are getting killed by the deployer, we are actually getting nuggets of experience rather than just straight up XP orbs. Alright, so it's been a couple of days since that last clip. These zombies won't shut up. Okay, never mind. As I was saying, it's been a couple of days since that last clip. As you guys can tell, I'm already level 44, and this has been running for a few hours. So we have 5,500 redstone dust in there, which is actually insane. I have 800 in my inventory, and I guess we can just gather all the XP and see how much we get. So yeah, we have a lot of XP. So what I'm gonna do right now is actually just collect it all and dump it into my storage fluid tank, which I will show you guys in a bit. Oh my god, that is so satisfying. So the thing I was talking about, which I don't believe I showed you guys, is this. We have a little liquid experience tank which we can actually store XP in. So we just stand on this and it slowly takes our XP and puts it into here. And we can just use this to get it out. We have like a little XP piss shower. Alright, and 73 levels actually turns into 15,000 millibuckets of experience, which is actually crazy. So I think that's going to be the end of today's episode. If you liked it, make sure you leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and also follow my Twitch. Once again, it is going to be linked down in the description. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.